Hello, everybody. It's that time of the month. It's time for me to do a stream. Hope everyone's well. Just double checking everything. You can actually hear me this month. That's this month, which is nice. It's handy. Yes, as usual, I am your host for the evening, Mr. Levi Clay, and I am here to transcribe some cool guitar playing, talk about music, give you a little music lesson. I hope you have a great time. Hello, Richard. How's it going? Hello, Michael. How's it going? I don't know what Spend got so amused by, but, I'm glad you're amused, sir. As always, transcribe along with me. These streams are always about learning and helping to improve your learning things. Let's start with a story. There we go. That's better. He's less amused now. Let's start with a story. So you may have seen I am playing. Got the Strat out today again. I think I played this on the last stream. I think I did. It's sounding better for me, but I just lean towards the telly. One of the things that has been bugging me about this guitar is, and it's a Strat problem, right? Because I'm so used to playing guitars that don't have tremolos. Springs in guitars aren't a thing for me. It's something I never have to worry about. And what I noticed is the sound of the springs in the back of the guitar vibrating really annoyed me. So I took the cover off the back of the guitar, and I took care of that. So it makes less noise in the room now, which makes me happy. But in order to do that, I had the foam that I needed, but I couldn't find a screwdriver to take the back plate off. I couldn't find the screwdriver, and it drove me insane. Because I thought it was overkill to have to get my electric drill out and put the screwdriver attachment in it to do this. Bit of advice for you guys: don't do that. Don't do that. Just get a screwdriver. I had a screwdriver in the studio. All my screwdrivers were in the studio, but in the house I couldn't find one. So I had to use a drill with a screw attachment in it, and that resulted in me doing this. Broken. Not good. So yeah, I've got 2 layers of foam in the back here now, though, so it's quiet. I'm not all that fussed about dinging guitars and damaging bits on guitars. This is the Eric Johnson Strat, obviously, and already, I don't know how it happened, but there's a it's not even a chip, it's like the lacquer, there's a flake of the lacquer came off there. I don't think there's any other, there's a ding there, apparently. This is just what happens to tools, right? This is a tool. It's something you play. It's here to make music, so I don't mind if it gets bashed. I laugh when these things. But that on the back there could have been avoided if I just got a screwdriver. So get a screwdriver. Sierra Guitarist is another new player for me. Haven't let me down yet, Levi. Expecting to enjoy this. You absolutely will. So today, we're looking at Chris Mccorkle's playing. Wonderful player. And this is, an area that I've been delving more into in the last month. I use the term neo-soul, and I don't really think of it as neo-soul. I think of it as being more gospel R&B playing, because, neo-soul to us guitar players means a totally different thing to what it means to somebody who listens to soul music. It means putting trills on minor 9 chords, This isn't that. This is very definitely gospel playing. You're gonna love this. There's jazz lines in here. He's a great player, and he does it all with a huge grin on his face, and I couldn't be happier watching him play. I definitely think you're going to enjoy it. Whether you are a worship musician or not, obviously I'm not. It's not my scene. I don't play in that scene, but I'm very happy to sit and transcribe a tune called "Can't Stop Praising His Name." I wonder who the this is. Who the his is. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. Good music is good music. Good tunes is good tunes. Good musical ideas is good musical ideas. And when I'm on that intro, when I was jamming on, again, kind of gospel-y changes, the 1 chord, the 2 chord, the 4 chord, 4/5. you want all of the tools in your arsenal to play nice things over this, and we will steal nice things from this because there's lots of nice things in here. So I am going to, well, a couple of things to tell you actually. Next month on both YouTube and Patreon, I'm doing Arpeggio April. So we're going to be focusing on arpeggio playing. We're going to delve deep into the sound of arpeggios, chords, and I'm going to teach you everything that you would need to know over on Patreon for my weekly guided practice routines. So my weekly guided practice routines next month are going to be the Arpeggio Bootcamp from Hell. So if you want to get involved on that, head on over to Patreon. Speaking of which, big thank you to all of my wonderful supporters over on Patreon. I actually need to update this list because I've had a bunch more people join up, which is fantastic. Link in the description if you want to be like these awesome people, support the channel. You can do so for as little as $1. But there's so many things that you can get in return. So many things. You'll have a great time. You'll have a wonderful time. I've seen some questions here about piano that I'll answer in a second. So yeah, join me for weekly guided practice routines. You can join me for weekly guided ear training sessions. You can get involved in my Facebook groups, Patreon groups, and you can download transcriptions. So lots of good ways to support the channel. Let me bring myself back up. There we go. So let me read these comments, then I'm going to introduce you to Chris Mccorkle's playing, and we are going to learn some of his wonderful playing. So got plenty of bits and pieces from Levi's streams, pinched and applied to your own playing. Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about this like you've pinched and applied things to your own playing. You know, they're not my things. I've not done anything in music. I've not invented anything. I just find things I like and I do them and put them in my own playing. So yeah, I'm related, but are you still improving your piano skills with piano or the other website? You say the other website. Define the other website. What's the other website? I log into Piano occasionally. Melissa has been using Piano more than I've been using Piano. I don't want to say that I've outgrown Piano. That definitely wouldn't be true, because much like, you know, any element of music, there are always going to be areas of your playing that are more fundamental that you have overlooked. So yeah, there's definitely elements of things that I can jump into on piano and have a look at, but I've been focusing my piano focuses have primarily been on jazz harmony currently, and improvisation, and piano probably isn't really the site to be teaching you about jazz improvisation. So yeah, and yeah, wow, arpeggios are the best. They really are, and I don't just mean playing up and down arpeggios, of course. Like when I improvise, when I play on a C chord, if I play, I think of all of that as being arpeggio vocabulary. All of that sort of thing is, there's a reason that sounds like a C7 chord, not like the parent major scale, or not like I'm just running up and down a mode. So arpeggios, they are the game changer. When in danger or in doubt, always whip your arpeggio out, is what we were taught in school. Playground sessions, garbage. I stopped using playground sessions as soon as I found piano. I outgrew playground sessions was my first place to learn to play the piano properly, and I outgrew it within a month of being there, which was a real pain when you've got a lifetime membership. No, I've been using Open Studio Pro for my jazz piano playing, which is good fun. So yeah, saving you from a Melissa McCarthy film too. Fantastic. Okay, so let's jump in and take a listen to this Chris Mccorkle transcription that we're going to be looking at. So let's do it like this. Boom. So the video I'm using of Chris is it's on his Instagram, it's also on his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel is very small, only has like 1,000 followers, subscribers on Instagram. He has 7,500 followers on Instagram, so he's much more popular on Instagram than I am. Go follow me on Instagram. That's always a big help. Go do that. I'd appreciate it if you did that. And yeah, he plays in a lot of church music group type things, and yeah, gospel music. There's some TV performances of him playing in band type things. He's a great player, as you're about to see. So let's just, I've marked out the file, but just to give you an idea, or not even an idea, because it's only 1 minute and 15 seconds. So we're going to listen to him play it. and then I'm going to rock it through transcribing it, and we're going to see what we can learn from it, because there's a ton of stuff we can learn from this. So it sounds like this.
Put those hands together. Come on. Now put it in the house. Let's go. Anybody can't stop praising the name of Jesus? Let's go. Listen. Can't stop praising his name. I just can't stop praising his name. I just can't stop praising his name. Jesus, you know it. Let's sing it, Ricky Grundy style. Can't stop. Come on. Yeah. Praising his name. Let the band play. Come on, like this. Clap your hands. Come on. I like that. Do it again. Do it again. Come on, put your hands together. That's it, Pastor Garson. Clap your hands, all you people. And shout out to God with the voice of triumph. Help me say it again. Put those hands.
So that gives you the idea, or not even the idea. What I'm going to do, I don't usually do this when I'm doing these transcriptions, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play that again for you, okay? And I'm going to, right, you're boring me now, mate. You're boring me. Just, right. Fuck off. Sound engineer with ears that don't fucking work. Good on you, son. Good on you, son. Yeah. Right. So it's almost like as musicians, our job is to work with the rest of the band. Right. Cool. So yeah, it does have an accompaniment. Exactly, Nick. Right. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through it again. You can see all my programs here. Let's shift that back there. I'm gonna slow it down. I'm going to turn the volume down, and I'm just going to talk you through why I like this, why I think there's a lot of cool stuff that can be garnered from this, okay? So I've slowed it down to this speed. I'm going to bring the volume of it down so I can still overpower it when you hear me talking, so you can see what it is that I'm digging about it. So, and actually, one other thing when I'm listening to this, I'm also trying to use some predictive skills as to what's going on. Now, it seems silly to talk about predictive skills as to what we're going to be transcribing when we can see what he's doing. You could, of course, do this with your eyes closed. Like there's some 7 sus chords, some 9 chords, 7 sharp 9 chords. It's just altered chords in general. There's a 9 flat 5 and things like that. But visually, the cues are there for them. So let's take a listen to this, and I'll tell you what I like about it. So if we listen to it. So we've got this intro fill type thing, and this is that sus chord with the note that drops down to make it a 9 chord, which is always nice. Repeat that idea. We're then going to play the same thing but a tone higher. So nice and easy there, right? Then this little fill. That's our 7 sharp 9. It's a 9 sharp flat 5. This is really slick triad work. Verging on chord melody, but not quite. Embellishments, chords, still hitting the chords. Slick bop-esque lick in there with the addition of the chord work. Lovely. Slick. And then he's going to get the chance to play a little bit more. So let the band play. And what does he play? That's really cool dominant 7 vocabulary, but of course that primarily takes place over a 7 sus chord, so... So yeah, this is beyond ridiculously slick playing. Beyond ridiculously slick. If anyone tells you that this playing isn't much to behold, right? They have an ulterior motive. They have it really is as simple as that. They have an ulterior motive. I'm not going to attribute ill will to why someone might take an issue with someone playing like this. He's a fucking fabulous player, and that's really not up for debate. So there's something going on. If someone can listen to this and go, it's not that good, this is fucking outrageously good playing. A wonderful player. And I'm sure Chris himself, if he checked this video out, probably wouldn't be enthused by my language, but I don't care. This motherfucker is one badass bitch on the guitar. He is pristine, absolutely pristine player. So let's take a look at what he's doing. As I said, when I began going through that, I've been transcribing a long time, been playing a long time, and therefore when I hear certain things, I know what they are. You know, hear this. I'm going to start from here, so we'll transcribe that little lead in that he plays towards the end of the because he plays it again at the end. I'm going to start it on this beat 1. When I hear this, when I hear that, I know the chord, right? So I'm trying to avoid saying the name of the chord. For me, the thing that's interesting about this, the ear training exercise, is you can hear the note that changes in it. Right? But there's a static note over the top. That is I play this chord movement all the time. I should bring myself up. No, not screening guitar. There we go. I play this chord voicing all the time. So it's like a 7 sus thing. So getting the right key helps. So yeah, we'll be dealing in this sort of sound. If I'm playing, sometimes I'll put that. Actually, no. To tell you what, I'll give you an example of me using that sort of thing. If I'm playing something like "I Feel Good," which we do in F sharp, that sort of vibe. When you go to that B section, you have the. Then we have the 4 chord. That's how I tend to do that sort of thing. That's how I like that. So that pleases me. And the more you play a chord, I use this as the example with my students all the time. I know you can see, so I'll hide my neck. If I play this chord, what is it? You know what that chord is because you played it. You've learned that sort of. You've learned that chord so many times. Sorry, you've heard that chord so many times. You know that's the Hendrix chord, 7 sharp 9, and it should be the same with this chord voicing. Repeat. And I've got the constant motion in my picking hand. If you can do that, and get that constant motion, that's going to help you notate it because you're going to know where all of those hits fall. So let's jump over to the transcription. Let's write that out. I'm just wanted to double check that 7th is on the bottom of the chord. It is, because it can be quite an overpowering sound. So I'm just going to put where the hits are and not notate the muted strings, because I think of that stuff as being sort of ad lib. So the hits we'd have ba 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 ba. Which is like this. And you want to use that as a rhythm reading exercise? By all means do. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Simple rhythm.
Now put it in the house. Let's go.
So repeats the idea. It's funny. I've started. I don't want to say I've been lazy with my transcriptions. I'm never lazy with my transcriptions. But I've been toying around with using this, like the repeat line, the double repeat. I'm not going to do it here, but it's totally an option. Repeat the previous 2 bars.
Anybody can't stop praising the name of Jesus.
So I'm going to do a copy paste here, because transcribing and being able to do it in a way that saves you time is important. So I can copy paste this and then change that second bar.
The name of Jesus.
I'm going to deal with the accidentals in a second, so don't freak out.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Listen. Let's go. Listen. Let's go.
So this is our F7 sharp 9. Oh, what am I doing?
Let's go. Listen. Let's go. Let's go.
I'd notate this like this.
Listen.
Yeah, I'd notate it like that.
Listen.
Kind of the first one being played staccato, the second one held out, but there is a gap. It's definitely a rest in there before we then repeat the motif.
Listen.
So we can physically see the shape he's playing here, so I can, without working out, I'm reasonably confident he would be playing fret too high. Yeah, so it's B7, B flat, 7 sharp 5. Yeah. Same idea. So. Cool. So based on that, I guess we would be thinking that's our 5 chord. So we're definitely thinking we're in E flat, yeah? So we put our key in, treat it as being E flat. Now suddenly our chords look a lot nicer. We have a bit of a mess here. So if we're in E flat, we would be thinking... this being the 4 chord. So this is like you could write it as G flat over A flat, or you call it an A flat 7 sus. I think because of the chord movement that happens in there, I would call this A flat 7 sus going to A flat 9. So A flat 7 sus going to A9, A flat 9, sorry. And then that moves up a tone, B flat 7 sus. Oh, not there, sorry. B flat 7 sus. Moving up to B flat 9. Then we have the F7 sharp 9. And then this is rootless, sure, but we, I check the bass note, would be a B flat 7 sharp 5. So just, thinking in terms of function when I'm doing this, there's a 2-5 at the end of the progression, leading us back to the 1 chord. Yeah, so Nick's with me on that chord on A flat 7. Familiar first bars, comp input from Barry Galbraith. So this is the part. I think this is probably my favourite part because I'm really big on triad bass playing and outlining chords, and kind of treat myself a little bit more like a keyboard player would, right? Because of the setting I play in now live, my residency doesn't have a keyboard player on it, so I'm guitar player, but I'm handling keyboard duties on the guitar. I need to provide harmony. It's no good. You can't turn up on a tune and myself up. Yeah. So if I'm playing something like Cheryl Lynn's Got to Be Real, I can't be going. That's not going to cut it. But I need to be the harmony. I need to play like the keyboard player. So I'm going to be playing. In the B section of that, I need to. To create the sound of chords. So all of these types of licks here that I'm stealing here are super up my street, because this is the sort of stuff we can steal. So we've got 2 triads. We can hear the melody note. So E flat minor. We're in D flat. Well, it's D flat triad. So we've got that. Again, a D flat triad. Hammer on. Now, real simple when you look at it like this, right? Don't really want to write that as staccato at this stage, because I might end up putting mutes in these. Copy paste, right? I think you'd probably put the flat the flat 9, 7 flat 9 sound on top of that, but I'm only actually hearing this. Okay, let's delve into that, because there's a ton that can be said about just this lick here. Oh, I was going to say maybe not a ton. No, literally a ton. There's tons of stuff we can say about the lick. It's a lovely lick. So if I bring this up, let's do it like this. So as a lick, as a phrase, as a concept, as an idea, let me just double check the bass note, because that's important, because you can't discern that from what we've got here.
Listen. Can't stop praising the name. I just can't stop praising his name. I just can't stop praising his name. Jesus, you know it. Let's sing a Ricky Grundy style. Can't stop.
So, we're on like an E flat. E flat. It's an E flat minor sound. E flat minor sound. That works. Get rid of this. So when we look at this harmony that we have going on here, I just assumed we were in E flat major. We're not. It's an E flat minor vibe. When you look at the harmony that you got going on here, I felt that you'd said something there, Nick, and then disappeared with a comment. When you look at the harmony on this, or this, sorry, the phrase, the lick that's being played here, tons of ways we can think about it. If we just say that this is an E flat minor sound, well, one of the most common chord substitution type things that we can do over a minor chord or a dominant chord, works in both settings, is to play a major triad a tone lower. So over an E flat bass note, if I play D flat triads, gives us that lovely suspended sound, because we have the 4th, the flat 7 and the 9, so it's a nice 7 sus sound. And then if we offset that, make a triad pair if you like, against the diatonic minor chord, so this is just a nice way to create a little bit of interest when you may find yourself in a world where you're playing over a minor chord, like an E flat minor chord, and you're like, well, what the hell? It's an E flat minor chord for 4 bars or whatever. You're playing a tune with someone. There's an E flat minor chord for 4 bars, and you're like, very quickly you're bored, you run out of things to play. You might run up and go, but again, you'll run out of things to play very quickly. So to be able to see this and go, okay, well, over an E flat minor chord, the lick that we have here is we've got this, the one chord, the E flat minor, and then jumping down to that major triad a tone low, that's slick. Lovely lick, like just a really, really nice lick. And I think you're just thinking of all of this as being like an E flat minor 7 sound, but this as an idea, it's actually quite fitting, because if you were to rewind this stream and go back to the start where I was playing over this, one of the things I played on that was, which is incredibly similar, and it's these chordal licks that I think help elevate your playing into something a little bit more interesting than just your standard rock or blues guitar player. And I think taking a lick like that and integrating it into your playing is really like the secret into how do you go about becoming a more competent, a more well-rounded musician? How do you make yourself a more exciting musician? If you are playing something like Stevie's being able to see lovely little lick that, and you could take the whole thing, you just take bits of it. So yeah, really nice, really slick lick. Beautiful stuff there, Chris. I'm losing track of how I do this. There we go. That there. Oh no, I've lost everything. Where's the transcribed file? There. All right, we got it all back. We got it back, guys. Right, let's keep going. So moves to this A flat minor. A flat minor 9, and I would put this in as like E flat minor 7. I'd never write chords for individual triads because this is stuff that's being played over the top of a chord to create a sound. So here we're going to A flat minor 7. Beautiful. Now we're in that 16th note vibe, which I'm here for. Like that. This chord, I'm not crazy on this. This is more like that moving up a tone. You can take stuff from that if you like that. If I'm playing over a minor chord. Creating a little bit of movement in your chord. It's kind of like pentatonic in nature, which is fine. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just copy paste this. And then correct. Like that. While holding the chord, which is the antithesis of everything I do when I play. So you've got to get good at that, right? ba ba da ba ba. That's a wild chord. Yeah. Very keyboard imitation, that one. So. Nope. That's like a 7 sharp 9 voicing, but on the lower strings, right? So it'll be. Nope. I thought it was. Yeah. I'm just putting it as a Garden Variety 7 sharp. I think it is the 7 sharp 5 sound. He's just fingering it in a weird way. Oh no. Yeah, okay, that's what he's going for. Because I can hear this in there rather than the major third, which is really dirty. It's that, which would be. Guess we could. We've got the root, the third, the flat third. So this is really like it's a sharp 9. Because chord's got third in there. So it's like it's what I said in the first place. It's like a 7 sharp 9 sound. But you don't tend to play that low on the guitar, do you? Buttons. Now, that's like so tight on the hit with the rest of the band that you just can't really even hear it. We can see what he's playing though. It's that it's like a E flat minor 11. We could maybe put the 4 on the top, like this. Now I don't know what to complicated and energetic. It's the first time I've seen energetic used as a negative. Nice. There's a double stop in there. No. Oh, does he go for the flat? Yeah, he does. He does hit like it. You can hear that. And it rings through like that, which is really nice. But it's not, because he then goes into the chordal lick at the end. So chord movement. More triads, right? And then right, let's delve into this, because that's a cool lick and we can definitely talk about it. I need to I'm going to separate them like this so there's a bit more space. You can really delve into the lines. So, nope, screening guitar, there we go, cool. Zoom in on this. Yeah, I'm not all that fast talking about this lick, but this, god damn. There you go. This, super slick, right? So think about it a million ways. There's a million ways you could think about something like this. At its core, I think of it as being like E flat minor, pentatonic, that sort of vibe. So the lick begins with this. That's standard affair. Maybe not the chromatic. Those are the sorts of things I'd be playing over a D flat, but it works. That's all pentatonic, and then you get this. Sorry. And then we're going to repeat that idea from the start. So yeah, played nice and slowly, you get this. That's really tricky to get that. Yeah, and the analysis of these chords, it's all pretty standard affair. If you look back to the licks that we were playing here, that I thought was really cool, where everything was either the tonic chord, so E flat minor, or a major chord a tone lower. It's basically the same here, right? It's basically the same. We have our the same little lick that we played from before. This is minor chord going down to the major chord tone lower. So this is, if I name the chords for you, right? This is the tonic minor chord, E flat minor. This is the chord a tone lower. That's a D flat major. This, okay, you could look at it and say, hang on a minute, Levi, that's a G flat major triad. It is a G flat major triad, but it's also that E flat minor 7 sound. So it's I think of it as being the one chord, and then we jump up to our flat 7 chord, or the major chord tone lower. So D flat major. This again, you could look at this and you could say, well, hang on a minute, Levi, that's a B flat minor triad. It is, but in my mind, I'm seeing it more as being like a D flat 6 chord. So it's still D flat. These two chords I'd be thinking as being D flat, and then we hammer on from the D flat onto that E flat minor triad at the top. So just a lovely, lovely little masterclass there in chordal work and how you might want to transition in these positions. We begin with that. Really slick integrations of all these chords. If I try and play that in time, well, actually I missed this lick from here, which is quite nice too, over the A flat minor chord. So you have that. Let me play it in time for you. And then you have that. Let's try that again. F. Tricky. Yeah, it's really dark, and then that. Chef's kiss. Really, really, really nice stuff. I really like it, at least. And if you don't, you have very poor taste. Very, very poor taste. Just really nice. So let's keep going. So exactly the same phrase as before. So copy paste. We're holding it now, though. Is he picking that? Picks those. So, yeah, slick move. Then we've got a hammer on. So let's take a look at what he's played there. We are doing that A flat minor. We're sliding up. I'll bring my guitar up for this. Sliding up to that kind of pentatonic fragment is my way of thinking of that. And then we're, whilst holding that, pulling off the... And this ultimately is why I'll never be good at that gospel neo-soul sound. You want that to really ring, right? Really nice getting that to all ring. And then from there, the chord is going to change. Where are we? We're here. That's nice. So you've got that slide from the A flat minor And you know, you listen to this style, and that's endemic in it. Again, chef's kiss, just lovely stuff. All the stuff that I should be better at. So let's have I got the chord wrong on this? Well, I've not got the chord wrong at it. What's happening here? What have I done wrong? Oh, I see what I did. I think I do. Yeah. Beautiful. Why can't I? Praising His name, Jesus. You know it. Let's sing a Ricky Grundy style. Hey, stop. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so for this, I would put this I put the whammy bar vibrato on these, always. What I mean by that is slide vibrato, though. Thanks, Caboose Juice. I've been going for an hour now. We're getting close to the end. I won't be all that much longer, so I'm just going to run my credits. If you are enjoying this stream and you want to support the channel, why don't you head on over to Patreon, get access to my weekly guided practice routines, get access to my weekly guided ear training sessions. You'll be able to download this transcription when I'm done with it. You'll be able to download hundreds of other transcriptions that I've done for you guys as part of these transcription streams. You can get lots of cool stuff in return, and you keep the channel going. So yeah, do weekly guided practice routines. If that doesn't suit, you can also head on over to Amazon. Check out one of my books. I've got lots and lots of books available. You may find something you enjoy. So, boom, let's keep going. So we know the chords. We know what he's going to do. Then we're going to have the same. This is that fill, or the lead in that we had at the start. Like this, clap your hands, just clap your hands, just clap your hands, just clap. Where's he playing? Just clap your hands, just clap your hands. There's just a single note that just sounds thicker.
Just clap your hands, come on. Just clap your hands, come on.
So we've got ba 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 ba, and then we're gonna get the solo. So let me read these comments. Can totally see what Eric Gales is on about when he talks about gospel music. Hearing some very strong Galeisms in this.
Just clap your hands, come on.
Now copy paste, right? Da ba da da. Pick helps. So what does he play?
Just clap your hands, come on.
So ba ba da ba, and then we jump to. This is Guitar Pro has shut out on me. Love it when it does that. All right. Fortunately, I shouldn't lose too much. Sorry, guys. Restore the backups. Oh, so many backups. Don't need to change workout 5. Oh, there's so many for me to filter through. Got it. I will bring it back up in a second, guys. Sorry. I just want to make sure that it works. There we go. Back to where we left off. Ba, 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 ba. Now that's definitely... No worries, Dave. Thanks for tuning in. Here's that blues scale. This is definitely like that blues scale. Blues scale on that. I mean, I'd even go as far as saying that's a pre-bend on that. Ba 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 ba. Ba da ba ba ba. Ba da ba ba ba. Now you want to hear that and immediately be able to go ba 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 ba. That's going to allow you to transcribe, right? Ba ba. Is he playing that there? Yeah, he is. Ba ba. I know what you're thinking there, right? You're thinking, Levi, you made loads of mistakes when you were writing that bit out. That's the point. That's okay, because Guitar Pro was playing it back and I was immediately like, no, that's not the note that I'm going for here. I can hear the sound. Ba da ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Fuck's sake. Ba da 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 da. What does he hit? He doesn't really, because he's changing position. I'm definitely going to write that as 2 measures per line, just so you can really analyze the way he plays over it. Again, let's just quickly do a brief analysis of it. And I really do mean brief. When I look through this, this is pretty garden variety, right? He's playing over the... which we described as being like an A flat 7 sus or an A flat 7 sounds because it's A flat 9 when he does this. But his vocabulary... sorry. It's very much like that, the combination of that A flat blues scale, but also that A flat Mixolydian. So it's that nice combination that you get in this kind of jazz influence line. Now we're going to copy paste. That's cool. Not the sort of thing I'd normally play there, which is really cool. Huh, that's interesting. Chords. Yeah, nice. Yes, of course that rings. Ah, so this whole thing. The whole thing slides into each other. Here, yeah, but it's kind of a noisy one. I think of it as being. So it's a fourth. I can hear the fourth in there. But if you look at the way he's fingering it there, he's just using his third finger. So if I would think of that as being a misfingering of the note rather than being the intention. If you were studying this line, if you wanted to learn this line, the line you would be learning is. That's what you're going for, rather than. So that's the way I'd be putting it. Yeah, pick the second chord. Same chord tricks from before, just in a different place. So we'll write that as being and then the slide vibrato on this one like that. So this, I wouldn't even bother notating this because the idea here isn't notating. The idea here isn't playing. The idea here is leaving space. So he's making some guitar. We can call this guitar noise, yeah. Let me just fix my eighth notes are starting to annoy me. We're getting real close to the end on this one though, guys. So bear with me. We'll be done in a second. Beam your fucking eighth notes. Look like a musically literate person.
Put your hands together. Action, Pastor Garson. Clap your hands, all you people.
Oh, it's just occurred to me. I didn't change the chord here, did I? I didn't change this. This is higher. There we go.
Put your hands together. Action, Pastor Garson. Clap your hands, all you people.
So yeah, copy paste. Nice.
Clap your hands, all you people. And shout out to God with the voice. And shout out to
Then we've got the copy paste of the B flat chord. I'm surprised no one. So someone picks out that I can't. Tyler Blim. Someone picks out that I missed a double stop on a slide, but you missed the fact that didn't miss the fact that I missed a double stop on the slide, but you did miss the fact that I put the wrong chord in.
and shout out to God. And shout out to God with the voice. To God with to God with to God with the voice. To God with to God.
Yeah, it's just on the last 16th.
With the voice and trap. With the voice and trap. With the voice and trap. With the voice and trap.
Yeah. I'm going to put a shift slide in here because he does play that with the first three fingers and the shift down. Same again. Shift slide on that. Nope, wrong button. Da-da. Huh. Oh, sorry, he doesn't do that. He does. Yeah, we'll just notate it the same as we did the first time. Then we'll just copy paste from before. That's the whole piece. You managed to get Michael Romeo? No. I emailed his team, and I'm not. I'll be honest, guys. I'm gonna pull myself up on the screen and sound like a bitter asshole here. I'm not gonna bust my ass in order to help promote someone else. You know, if Michael's team want him on the channel for an interview, I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. I'd love to do it, but you know, I'm not begging. I'm simple. It really is as simple as that. I'm not begging. Got much more important things to be doing. Bettering myself than bettering someone else. So let's put the tempo marking in on this because that's important. The tempo for this is, we're looking at about 130 on the nose. So if we take a listen to my transcription and then we'll overlay it against Chris, we're going to have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Right, so let's put Chris over the top of that. Hopefully we can get a nice sync on these two. It's going to sound like this.
Now put it in the house. Let's go. Anybody can't stop praising the name of Jesus. Let's go. Listen. Can't stop praising the name. I just can't stop praising His name. I just can't stop praising His name. Jesus, you know it. Let's sing it, Ricky Bundy style. Can't stop. Come on.
So I would say, on a scale of 1 to no one's better than me at what I do, I would score that a Levi Clay out of 10. Right, Chris Mccorkle. That will go up on Patreon tomorrow, along with a transcription video that will go on YouTube. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Just catching the end of this. Already getting the feeling that I'm going to be stealing a lot of this. Exactly, Mash. Exactly. There's some really cool stuff in there. And, if I bring myself up on screen, because this is about guitar lessons as well too, right? If there's something that we're going to take from this, it should be, well, it's a few things. This shape, you can think of it as being a minor shape, E flat minor. Or you can think of it as being C sharp major chord, because these licks apply to both of those visualization techniques. If I see this, you want to get this under your belt. Sorry. imagine that either if you're thinking minor, if you're playing, if I'm doing the Stevie, that you could use all of those are going to work in there, or we could be using these in more of a major context. So again, if I do the Stevie, if I play the break up in the strat tone, overdrive. I always think of myself as being a relatively dynamic player, you know, so I like to dig in. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you have enjoyed this, please do check out the link in the description. Join us on Patreon. Support the channel. I will bring you more content. You will have a great time. Get involved in my weekly guided practice routines. Get involved in my weekly guided ear training sessions. Get involved in the Facebook discussion group. Get involved with your name in the credits. Get involved by checking out some of my books available on Amazon. Get involved by having private one-to-one lessons with me. They are limited. There's only a few more spaces for those because I am tired of teaching too many people every month and being exhausted from it. I'm devoting myself to a smaller number of people. So check me out on Patreon. There are a few more spaces if you want to have a private lesson. You can have one lesson, just one if you like, or you can have many. It's all up to you. Take as much time as you need. That's totally the wrong thing. There we go. Thanks so much for checking out the stream, guys. Hope you've had a good time. I had a great time doing it. Look forward to seeing you for more content. Weekly guided practice routine number 9 will be going live on Tuesday. I'll be putting 2 videos up tomorrow talking about the most important thing that you need to understand before you learn guitar properly. Very important. So I will see you for that video tomorrow and this Chris Mccorkle video. So much love. Goodbye.